Hey everyone, Will here, and we are at the Trailhead at Mirror Lake, or just outside of Mirror Lake here in the high Uintas of Utah. And we just got back from a 37-mile trip. I've got a group of 5 of us here with Devin, and then 3 from Ohio, Tim, Josh, and another Josh. So stay tuned for those introductions. And here are the highlights of the video. I hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed the trip, because it sure was awesome, and that's an understatement. Just starting a 5-day, 4-night adventure into the Uinta backcountry. We're at a trailhead here by Mirror Lake, and just leaving, getting on the trail here, and got Devin from Backcountry Exposure up here, then some new guys that flew out from back east from Ohio, 2 Joshes and a Tim. So we'll say hello to them more later on. They've already taken off ahead up there before I could get my card formatted. So we got Devin from Backcountry Exposure. Most people who've been watching my channel should be familiar with him, especially if they saw the most recent video. Yeah. Okay, so I guess no intro needed there, right?
Thank you. I'm Tim Watson. Channel is the same name as my name, and so come from Ohio. So I assume that most of the people who watch me are somewhat familiar with Will. I've talked about you guys a bunch out here in Utah.
Okay.
Looking forward to the trip.
Yep.
I'm Josh Harrod. My channel is Josh Harrod Outdoor Adventures. I'm from Ohio as well, so you see me in Tim's videos and Josh's videos as well.
I'm Subaru Josh, and my YouTube channel is Josh Ebersole. That's all it is. I'm from Ohio with these guys too.
Okay, and explain why you're Subaru Josh.
I'm Subaru Josh because I'm obsessed with Subaru, and I drive a Subaru.
And you're a Subaru ambassador.
I'm a Subaru ambassador, so that's why they call me Subaru Josh.
Okay. I forgot to ask this Josh. What makes you Karate Josh?
Well, because I've spent almost my entire life doing martial arts. I'm 5th degree black belt, many different black belts and many different styles. Competed as a pro MMA fighter, and it's just a major part of my life, so that's why they call me Karate Josh.
Awesome. So right away I can tell that the wildflowers out here are popping everywhere, so it's gonna be exciting to see the meadows that I hiked through a couple years ago when they were already starting to go brown in the middle of August and drying out. Looks like they're going to be all green and full of color this time out. So
Yeah, unfortunately, we kind of have to do that living in Ohio. I mean, there's backcountry in Ohio.
Let's talk about what they'll do with
we're just here at the junction to cut off the North Fork Trail. We're gonna head across the creek down here and make our way over to Granddaddy Basin over at Governor Dern Lake area.
pretty comfy 4 miles.
Yeah, wasn't too bad.
Well, that's about to change.
Time to make the climb.
You have to step all the time.
Yeah. See you. All right, we're at the next trail junction here.
Hey, Josh, say it.
Break time.
Say it.
I need a break.
Okay.
I'd like to take a break. All the
All right, so I think we're on the steepest part of trail we've been on all day. It's a final push up into Pinto and Governor Dern Lake, where we'll settle on a campsite up there. Alright, we're arriving at Pinto Lake here. The first of a couple lakes we might pass by here and route to a campsite. Gorgeous view of Governor Dern Lake. There's Mount Agassiz there. And then come across Rocky Sea Pass up there. We're gonna see if we can't shoot over there tomorrow evening. And got Cyclone Pass and the Saddle Lick Dip right down that ridge there. And just a gorgeous reflection across the lake here. I think we're gonna head down around this side of the lake and then look for a campsite up a bit off the trail that goes down through there. So we found ourselves a pleasant little campsite here for everyone to get set up in. I'm gonna string my hammock back in here. Got Devin setting up there. Subaru Josh back there. Tim gonna throw up his hammock over there, and Karate Josh hanging up. Is that a war bond? No, yours is a dream hammock too, right?
Yeah.
We're all set up at camp here, getting dinner going, and I'll just have a quick look around for night number one here. Starting at this end, I've got Karate Josh, Josh Herod. He's doing, what's yours, that Dream Hammock Darien as well? So Dream Hammock Darien there. Yeah. UGQ, cool.
And Ebersole 30.
Awesome. And we got Tim, also in a Dream Hammock Darien as well, right?
You got it.
Awesome. Still got his tarp and his snake skin there. Gonna hope the clouds break up and see the stars, or
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
yeah. And this is Tim's new rain shadow that Josh Ebersole, or Subaru Josh, is using for the night. And that thing is pretty luxurious looking in there. Nice.
Only 3 pounds.
I like it. And
you don't like Josh?
then Devin here's got an X-Bed Mira 1 he's using. And this is pretty cool. He's got a prototype little ground mat here for his Kiva Outdoor Company, and excited to consider one of those for the, be perfect underneath a hammock as well. So, but looking good under the vestibule as well. Then here's where I'm at over here, and my war bonnet, and got my tarp set up here in porch mode. So dinner time now. Alright, so got water going right now. The Vargo Triad stove there. And got my Mountain House mac and cheese. Gonna mix in with this honey barbecue tuna tonight. And then there's my vegetables for the night. Chia squeeze.
really don't want crunchy rice.
Green Magic. Drink some cider, and then a dessert will be a couple 100 grand bars. Just wandered out from camp over here, and it's beautiful out here. So the sunset behind me right now, but it's still lighting up the clouds on the other side of the sky up there, and really pretty reflection, just magical. Alright, so we're all tucked in bed now. My voice is shot. Just didn't get much sleep last night, and it's all dried out, and so hopefully with a good sleep tonight it'll get better tomorrow. So signing off for day 1. Well, good morning. Day 2. It's July 12th, and my voice is no better. Had a cold last week and was better over the weekend, this last weekend, but for some reason my voice wanted to go out again, so anyways, getting breakfast here, and everyone's getting up, or everyone's up now, and had a good rain last night, couple hours, just a light drizzle, so that was nice and relaxing, laying under the tarp there and having that to fall asleep to. And yeah, chilly as always up here in the high elevations, waking up, but sun's out, so should be getting warm pretty soon here. We just broke camp and are bailing out of there now. It's about 9 o'clock, and we're on our way toward Four Lakes Basin now. Alright, we're passing by Rainbow Lake out there en route to Four Lakes. How's everyone feeling this morning?
Pretty good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Everyone slept good is what it sounds like for the most part. Except for maybe Devin.
What?
Just kidding.
I slept great. Get off of it so that it doesn't roll with somebody else on it.
I was hoping for a seesaw. It's not too far off trail as we're making our way up toward Four Lakes. One of the guys in our group spotted this green tarp from the trail, and we came out to scope it out. And there's a whole lot more back in here. It needs to be cleaned up. No way can we pack this out ourselves. So Devin here's putting in a waypoint. I'm gonna report it to the ranger district and let them know about it. But it's just sad to see people abandon stuff like this, and just, you know, it looks like this garbage bag was ravaged with animals, or ravaged by animals, and just what a mess. And you got beer cans, beer bottles, Mountain House wrappers, other food packaging, energy bar stuff. You got what looks like an sack or something similar to that here. Well, not quite an sack, that's just cheap tarp material, but it's got a rope strung on it in the same style as the sack.
Yeah, this is
And
major bummer.
and then yeah, you got crap all up here too. You got metal cans, Gatorade bottles, other coffee can there.
Wow.
Crazy. Just a nice little green meadow here, right off the trail, as we continue to make our push up to Four Lakes. And there's a little lake down there called Bedground Lake. We round our way past it. We're getting there.
Ring bearer. Follow the joke.
What? I feel like this right in here is almost how it was like that.
Alright, so we made it to the edge of Four Lakes Basin and the first of the four lakes for us, which is Daynes Lake. And got some campers dead ahead here, but definitely a pretty area here.
We head around the range back there, and then we're going to head over Rocky Sea.
I've been dreaming of this for
So I'm going to flip the
5
camera
months.
around and show you
And
guys
so
what I'm looking
I'm
at
excited to be here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind just taking a
Check this out.
10 minutes of total
Absolutely.
fun.
So we got a couple horse packers here. Got Clay on the left there, and Chad, was it? On the right? Shad. And Clay here's got a YouTube channel himself. He recognized Devin here from Backcountry Exposure, and me, and even Tim back here from all the way up from Ohio. So it's pretty awesome. YouTube makes the world a very small place.
It's Clay on the trail.
Clay on the trail.
So I have clayonthetrail.com. There's a little bio about me, and I also, like, on my phone, I keep all my tracks as I hike and stuff, so you can go on there and pop them on Google Earth and see all the places I've been.
Awesome.
So,
Cool.
yeah, or KML
Okay.
is what I do. It'll do either one, but they pop them on Google Earth. So,
All right.
we had an epic adventure yesterday. We ended up trying to go above all the boulders over there, and we ledged out on some cliffs, and we had to backtrack all the way around.
Wow.
It was pretty crappy, but
Wow.
it'll be up tomorrow.
Nice. All right. Well, good to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Well, we're just gonna continue wandering through Four Lakes Basin here for a little bit. Go maybe check out Duchesne Lake up here, and maybe one of the other lakes that I can't remember the name of at the moment, but then make our way over to Pigeon Milk Spring. We'll probably have lunch and get a good look at the weather and decide whether we want to push over the pass right away or give the weather some time to sort itself out. So so what do you think, guys?
Yeah, this is awesome. Beautiful.
Alright, so nothing like some good old off-trail navigation. Making our way over to Duchesne Lake up here. Here is Duchesne Lake. That's pretty awesome here. So we just came up from Duchesne Lake, and we didn't know if we were going to see the fourth lake or not, but 4 for 4 if you count the view from up here to see Daynes Lake, just behind Duchesne back there. Alright, everyone say goodbye to Four Lakes Basin.
Bye.
See ya.
Latest.
We are officially on the Highline Trail, heading up for Rocky Sea Pass, but make a stop at Pigeon Milk Spring first up here to fill up our water and gauge the weather a little bit more. All right, coming up on Pigeon Milk Spring right in here.
This is awful.
Sure is. I don't know who would want to come on this one. They were bad. Over on the other side.
Yes, I had no idea either. I was like, I haven't seen truck.
Heading up Rocky Sea Pass now and hoping the weather behind us doesn't catch up with us too soon. Quick look at what we're leaving behind here.
Yeah, look behind you.
Yeah.
Karate Josh is already up there sitting down somewhere. Can you see our campsite? And this, my friends, is Rock Creek Basin. Gonna be home for the next couple nights. All right, down we go into Rock Creek Basin. Enjoyed a nice little break up here and spectacular views as always. Well, these guys made it. All right, well, it's raining and the sun is shining. And we just talked things over and I'm gonna make our way out to Brinkley Lake. And since it's still plenty early in the afternoon here, or well, not early, it's more late afternoon, but lots of time left in the day, and so I'm gonna go check out Brinkley Lake and, you know, make another decision there whether we want to, if there's a good area to camp there, I might pull out and camp there, or might continue on up above Black Lake or elsewhere. So you didn't just get in now. Just balance the other foot now.
Get on the fire and then dry my shoes. Oh well.
Jump! We're arriving at Brinkley Lake here, and I think we're gonna start scouting around for any nice looking campsites to set up for the night.
I think we lost it on the uphill.
Got a bad feeling about being surrounded by bugs tonight, but trying to get prepared for that. Alright, so we found a spot for the night. It's not as nice as last night's spot, but we're tired enough now that it'll do, and
I think so.
make it work, and time to get set up here. What's on everyone's menu tonight? Biscuits and gravy.
Try it. Same exact thing. Biscuits and gravy.
Nice.
Chili mac with beef.
Alright. You doing
Tuna and sunflower oil and tortillas.
tortillas? Okay. Alright, so for tonight, I'm doing my spaghetti here,
Just something like for you to look back on yourself.
and I am trying
In all honesty,
different
that's
little
probably the only
technique
reason I make videos,
with
so I can look back
my
on them
alcohol
and so my
setup
kids
here.
can, like, watch it. Be like, hey,
I'm
my dad
using
does
a
cool stuff.
Vargo Triad down in there, and it takes so long to bloom, I've noticed, at least up here at the higher elevations. So I've put my pot cozy lid, inverted it, put the stove inside of it, and then wrap my little Vargo windscreen around it, and now I've got the pot actually on top of the windscreen, and seeing how this works out.
I can hear it.
Well, you live and you learn. That didn't work out so well. Melted the lid of my cozy here.
Wow.
All done with dinner now, and just walking out to get a stellar view of the lake nearby here. "8:30 now, and everyone's already in bed. How awesome is that? Won't even have to use flashlights tonight. So it's been a great day. Really awesome getting up over Rocky Sea Pass and a lot further along than what was originally on the agenda before we started. And so, yeah, we're just kind of taking things as it goes and changed up plans a few times today. And but excited for tomorrow. I think we've got a real good plan set for tomorrow. We're gonna head up along Rosalie Lake and forget the name of the other one nearby, and then over to Helen Lake and Lightning Lake, and just kind of circle the upper rim of the basin. And yeah, so I'm gonna just hang up the phone here and get back at it early in the morning. Good morning. Day 3.
Wakey, wakey.
Friday, July 13th, and it's about 6:30 in the morning now. Woken up 40 degrees on my thermometer. Steam is coming off the lake, and got water boiling for breakfast. So on to the new day here. Alright, so it's 8:30 in the morning, and we are bailing out of camp now. Making our way up to the upper rim of the Rock Creek Basin here. Here we are at Rosalie Lake. Just waiting for the others to join us here. We're on our way toward Gladys Lake now, after taking a break here off trail by Rosalie Lake, or Rosalie, and just couldn't get any more beautiful up here. So a whole field full of elephant head flowers here. Really pretty. It's just fantastic up here. Now we have to dodge snowballs up here. Hit me!
Tim and Josh.
Whoa!
Here you go, guys.
Whoa, a lot faster now.
Yeah! I had to.
Worth it. Won it.
It was worth it.
It's the view of Gladys Lake from above. So we're rounding our way around and above Gladys Lake right now. And the views have been nothing short of spectacular. A lot of the guys up here have been commenting that it's been their favorite stretch of the trip thus far. And I gotta say, I'm right there with them. Especially when you get to mix in some glissading, a little bit of waterfall melting off of what's left of the snow up here, and the wildflowers up here. Oh, it's like walking through a rainbow. Just a stunning variety of colors. So beautiful. So happy to be out here with these guys. We now have Helen Lake in view down there, and Lightning Lake will be just down on the right in a minute. Right on that rock there or something. I could do that. I could do that. We could all sit along that edge of that rock there.
Yeah, nice view for lunch.
Looks like we're gonna plop down on this rock for lunch. Enjoy the view. So this has been an amazing spot for lunch here. We are just surrounded by all these wildflowers of almost every color out here. And just getting things gathered back up to continue on.
Explosion over here.
And, Helen Lake once again down there. And Preord Peak right there, Preord Pass, Yard Peaks on that section, and heading out to that side of the basin as we continue to circle around. So there's Devin up ahead wearing my pack. Why? Because I'm wearing his pack because I wanted to try out his Waymark gear pack, see how different it felt wearing this frameless pack against the Granite Gear pack that I've got there. And there's Lightning Lake.
That's called Lightning Lake.
Nice little view of it from above here. What a view.
So
Okay, I'm standing right at the spot where Adam and his brother and I were 2 years ago. Adam, another friend that I did the Highline Trail with 2 years ago. I was sitting down in this spot with them as we were taking shelter from a hailstorm. And once it let up and we stood up to continue on, somehow my sunglasses dropped and had to run all the way back from where we were filtering water at earlier today to get them and run all the way back. Had to go over a mile to find them, but I got them. So I'm glad that I do indeed have my sunglasses with me now, and also my phone. So far, so good. So we're just looking across the base, and there's these little snow patches way out there that one of those is the one we glissaded down for a little bit, having some fun this morning. So we've come all that way, and now we gotta go all the way back across the basin up toward Rocky Sea Pass. That's where we want to be tonight.
Okay.
It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so looks like we've got a lot of time to cover all that distance, get back on the other side. Here we go. So I had to run off trail a little bit, leaving the group behind. Come check out this view, because I am such a sucker for reflection shots.
Yeah. Just make sure I'm okay.
Pulled over for a break almost by necessity, because Josh back here's got what, a bum knee, is it? So thankfully Devin, being a recent graduate of wilderness first aid and what else?
Wilderness First Responder.
Wilderness First Responder program, and so he's got the skills to and the supplies to treat Josh out, and we're hoping that he can hold up till get not only to camp tonight, but more importantly up over the pass tomorrow and back out to the car when it's time on Sunday. So in the meantime, we're snacking up, and yeah, like I said, we're at the junction with the Highline Trail to head down to Rock Creek, and a few more minutes of resting and probably get up and out of here. Sailing down to Rock Creek now, all downhill for a good little ways. We're gonna lose some elevation fast before we have to gain it all back up to get to where we want to be tonight. Hopefully we all make it without incident, particularly Josh. We're crossing our fingers for him. By the way, that was Subaru Josh that's got the bum knee right now, and not Karate Josh, just to make that distinction.
Maybe I'll come back and help with the cross.
So this is teamwork right here. Since Josh has got that bum knee, they've improvised a way to help him out by bringing his pack across for him and help guide him across here.
That's not bad at all. 3 points of contact. Get your pull set first, then the foot. There we go. Nice.
Good job.
Good work. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the hardest creek crossing I've done. Yeah. Pull my poles, Josh?
No, I got it.
He's good. He's got it. Nice. Good job, guys. All right, we're just standing here at the edge of Rock Creek. We all made successful crossings with it. That log there was nice and stable, and so beautiful creek here. And now we've got about 2.8 to 3-ish miles, 2.5 to 3 miles to get back to where we want to camp tonight. So it's gonna be a long one. It's up, up, up from here. So after we started coming up the trail from Rock Creek, Josh's knee is really starting to bother him, and that's what he was kind of complaining about earlier, is like the uphill's been harder on it than the downhill stuff. And despite all the treatment that Devin gave him for it, which he said considerably helped him feel better coming down the creek to the creek, I told him I was going to take off, and I came up the rest of the mile up to the junction with the trail that'll take us back up and over to Rocky Sea Pass, and ditched my pack behind some trees there, and I'm heading back down to meet up with them, and I am going to carry Josh's pack for him. Not only do I not only will it help him, but it'll give me a chance to test drive a Z-Pack's Arcall as well. But regardless of what kind of pack it was or how heavy it was, I feel this is the right thing to do to help him out and help the group out as well. So down I go. Everyone made it up to the junction, and another good long break, and sussed out some ideas for helping Josh out the last mile up to camp. And so I think a few of us are gonna take turns front packing his pack, and we're grateful it's quite light. So alright, so front packing this pack for Josh here. The other Josh and Devin and myself, we each took a turn taking it up about a third of the way up to where we want to camp up here. And I'm about to set it down now and go catch up with them. They're not too far behind, but yeah, gotta do what you gotta do to help your team. So it's just another benefit of going lightweight to ultralight packing. It's a lot easier to help out others in times of need, when all your buddies are packing light and efficiently. So thankful for that today, and excited to get a campsite here in a minute. So yeah, good day so far, and hopefully a good evening yet to come.
Over here. Yeah.
All right, we found home for the night, and what a place it is. It's definitely the most scenic campsite that we'll probably have for the whole trip. Definitely the most scenic to this point. Should be good though. Ready to get this party started.
You waiting
So after getting camp set up, doing the normal routine, dinner now, and I'm looking forward to my meal. Doing might be the best meal of the trip for me that I've got planned. It's a curried almond and cranberry couscous that I'm going to mix in a little bit of salmon into it and see how that goes. I've done it with chicken before. That was really good. This time I'm going to try it with some salmon. And yeah, so we are all pretty beat, and
You sound tired.
yeah. Who's not tired? So
Yeah, you deserve to be tired though.
woo, everyone's here in one piece though, so that's good. And just waiting for nightfall, and hope to see some good stars tonight. Well, we just enjoyed one spectacular show, and it's gonna get dark fast now, so I'm just gonna say goodnight now. It's been a fantastic day, about 11 miles, and 11 hard miles. We circled a whole basin and saw a lot, and wow, just can't describe how beautiful everything was. And still more to come tomorrow. So that's gonna do it for day 3 here. Get ready for day 4. And man, I'm just speechless right now. So wow, what a day. So beautiful. Well, good morning. It is day 4. That puts us at Saturday, July 14th, I believe. Yep. And it's about 7:30 in the morning. I actually woke up about 6:30, and actually got out at 5:30 to go set the GoPro to try and get what I could of the sunrise in a time lapse, and came back to bed for an hour. But yeah, I woke up to some beautiful view of the area around camp this morning. The sun was lighting up the cliffs near the camp here and all along Rocky Sea Pass over here. So of course I had to go out and take some pictures and all that, and while the guys were still asleep. And then went out and did some morning errands, and now everybody's up and getting their breakfast going. I've got mine soaking or hydrating right now, and about to dive into it. It's some couscous with cinnamon, strawberries, and bananas. It's like a fruity couscous. Should be a very filling meal, and should be good for charging up over the pass here. All packed up finally and heading out of camp. 9 o'clock. Clouds have cleared up quite a bit, and so we're heading up to Rocky Sea Pass now, and it's gonna be a short day. Only about four-ish miles to we're gonna camp next, and probably a good thing for Josh. Make an easy day for him for his knee, with the exception of the pass up here. And as long as he can make it over there, he'll be good to go. And everyone who wants to chillax and camp for the rest of the afternoon will have that opportunity to do so. And those who want to venture up to into Naturalist Basin to do a little bit of exploring up in there, be able to do that, and just hope the weather is favorable for us. Gave the other guys a head start, and took another route to get back on the trail. Catching up with them now. Made it back to the top of Rocky C. Hardest part of the day is over. And we were hoping to wander around and scramble around up here a bit, just to either get up on the higher ridge for higher views or out to the edge above Naturalist Basin back there. But this weather coming in, it's not looking very favorable. Pausing for a moment on our way down, I'm enjoying the view of Mount Timpanogos way out there in the middle in the distance there on the horizon, under the rain and clouds there.
Yeah, it might be all right.
Alright, so just taking a brief little side trip out to check out Carolyn Lake, or down here. Here's Carolyn Lake right here.
Sweet, another creek crossing with wet feet.
We just got off trail now and we are in the mode of looking for a place to camp for the night. Almost made it in the AM hours, but nonetheless, this is by far the earliest I've ever come into a campsite while backpacking. Right, we've rolled into camp here and got everything set up, found a spot that'll do for all of us. Did have to spread out a bit because the way the trees are just up in the Uintas here, especially this side of the range. There's been a really bad beetle infestation that's taken out a lot of the trees a while back, and so it's kind of, it gets hard in certain areas to find good places to hang a hammock for those of us with hammocks. And so you certainly don't want to hang from a dead tree, but ideally you don't want to be too close to a big dead tree, that's especially one that's leaning in your direction when you do find two good trees to hang from. So I am right here, and over here is Josh, Karate Josh, and his setup, all hanging down there. And then the other guys are back here 100 feet or so. So Tim and Subaru Josh are gonna shack up in the tent there for tonight. Looks like Tim's got his tarp set up here over some gear. A little bit of a gear explosion down there. And then looks like Devin's got a cozy little spot around the corner here.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Not quite 3 o'clock yet. Skies are looking good and looking to improve a bit. And Josh, Karate Josh back here, and I are just gonna follow the creek up a ways until we get close to the trail and jump the creek and connect on the trail at the Naturalist Basin, and hopefully tour the loop up there over the next 2 or 3 hours before it's time to come back down for dinner. And yeah, excited. Haven't been up there since I was up there mid-June 2 years ago, and it was still tons and tons of snow up there. That all disappeared a week after I went. So excited to see it all green and see what waterfalls are still flowing up there that were going when I was up there with all the snow melt. So should be beautiful. The other guys are staying back at camp. Here we go. So on our way from camp to the trail, we're actually shortcutting it because to go back down to the Highline Trail and then the turnoff for Naturalist Basin would probably add at least probably a good mile, maybe a little more. So to bypass that, we're just shortcutting from the following the creek here, and then we'll connect to the trail and several hundred feet from here. But it's also worth it because we just got to see another little waterfall that I bet few other people get to see. It's really pretty. Nothing as big and spectacular as we're gonna see up in the basin or expect to see up there, but this one is still pretty in its own right. So all right, we have a trail. On we go. We just passed the fork that takes either up to Morat Lakes or up to Jordan Lake. We are taking the left fork here and gonna make our way up to Morat Lakes and check out the waterfall up there and hike up that to Blue Lake. And I think we've got plenty of time to make the loop all the way through all the other lakes down to Jordan Lake. So this is going to be one sweet little side trip. Excited to show it off to Josh here. Toughest and longest slog of the side trip up here. So now the real good stuff gets to begin. We are going to cut through Morat Lakes here, east and west. West is going to be on my left, east on the right. So here's West Morat Lake. Here's a look across East Morat Lake. Here's the waterfall. We'll be hiking up the right side of that here in a moment. Sit up we go. Right there. Here's Blue Lake. Again, Mount Agassiz right there. 2 years ago when I was up here, I made it up to that ridge before turning back and heading back down. There is Walcott Lake there, which I think is the cutest little one up here. flowers are so amazing. We weren't expecting the rain up here when we started the hike, but it just goes to show how quickly weather can change up here. Fortunately, there's no thunder, no lightning. It stayed cool enough today to not whip up any kind of thunderstorm activity. So we are gonna keep to our tour of the rest of Naturalist Basin here, and the weather's already lightening up behind us, so I think the rain's gonna probably lighten up and fade out before too long here. Cold and windy though. Woo! Just rounding the other side of Lake Conte Lake. We are heading to Faxon out in this direction right now. There's Faxon Lake. All right, we got Shaler Lake out here. Make our way down to that here. Rounded all the upper lakes and stopped for several times for some amazing waterfalls. They're just endless little waterfalls out here, and with the flowers and everything growing all underneath them, it's just spectacular. And I've been making Josh wait on me for all the video footage and pictures I've been taking. We're closing in on Jordan Lake now, still just kind of cruising off trail, cross country, which is the way I like it up here, because it's just fun to explore and wander around a bit. So it's 5 o'clock now, so it's time to start gunning back for camp. Alright, we're arriving at Jordan Lake now. It's trying to rain on us, but the sun is also trying to shine on us. I think the clouds and the sun are fighting each other right now. Now we have actually captured the trail proper. We are just closing the loop out on our tour of Naturalist Basin here, and we are officially on our way back to camp now. Hoping to make it there in the next 20 minutes and make it there right about 6 o'clock. Told the guys we'd probably be 2 to 3 hours, which put us between 5 and 6 o'clock, so be good to get there right about 6. We just left the main trail of Naturalist Basin and now we're going cross country again, following the creek back down to camp. All right, we're pulling into camp now. 6 o'clock on the dot. All right, 15 seconds to go. There's camp ahead. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 o'clock. Yeah. All settled into camp again here. Just sitting around having dinner. What's on everyone's menu for the final night?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Honey lime chicken.
Honey lime chicken, the one I'm jealous of.
Chicken and dumplings.
Chicken and dumplings.
Tuna and tortillas.
Tuna and tortillas, the no cook master.
Yeah.
And I've got Mountain House turkey dinner. Last night of the trip before we head on out tomorrow. So we're celebrating with our only campfire of the trip. Enjoying some campfire chat. Just reminiscing on the trip and our favorite parts. So I'm gonna go around and have everyone share their favorite part, their favorite memories of the trip so far. So we'll start with Josh, Karate Josh here.
All right, so my favorite thing is really just being out here with everybody, enjoying everybody's company, and being out here in this beautiful country. It's absolutely beautiful out here in Utah, and to do that with all of you guys, it's been really cool. So thanks, guys. Great experience.
Okay. Tim?
Yeah, so we were just talking about my favorite part was kind of that Rock Creek basin, or kind of the head of Rock Creek, and just that area where you have like the 360 views of the mountains. You can point at all those different peaks. I think that that part can't really compare with anything that we've seen, or it kind of goes toe for toe with anything we've seen. And so you just have some gorgeous country out here, and I love that you guys are kind of keeping it wild and rugged, and it's fun to see. And of course, yeah, being with you guys has been amazing. It's been one of those things where you don't, I think when you see people on YouTube, you're like, are they really like this, or what do they really like? And you guys are exactly who you are on your channels, and it's fun to kind of finally meet you guys in person.
Great, thanks. Okay, back to Subaru Josh.
My favorite part, going along with Tim, was the Rock Creek area yesterday. Just that whole area with the amazing views. That's by far probably the most prettiest place I've ever been backpacking. And I've backpacked in Wyoming, Colorado, and this hands down best spot I've ever been. I'm so glad that you guys invited us along, and last night's campsite was pretty awesome too. So those are it's probably my favorite parts of the trail, and just being able to come out here and hang out with awesome guys. And now I can say I have 2 more really good friends. And I mean, heck, you guys were willing to take my pack yesterday when I was having problems. So I mean, not many people will be willing to hike up you hiked up and then hiked back down and took it back up. So not many people are willing to do that. So you guys are good guys.
All right, well, thanks. You guys are good guys too. Devin.
So I don't think it's very fair to really say that there's a favorite, because I've been thinking since talking in Karate Josh's video that really choosing a favorite is not appropriate.
Okay.
But at least what's coming to mind right now is loved the glissading yesterday. It was a blast, and just throwing snowballs in the middle of July, and just being a kid. I really enjoy being a kid in the backcountry, as you guys obviously can tell. But that, and also when we got far enough in the Rock Creek Basin, almost to the Highline junction, looking back at Osler Peak and just the big wide open meadows and that subalpine setting is just gives me butterflies, and I love it. It's just awesome. And I mean, echo what everybody else has said, just being out together as a group of like-minded individuals and camaraderie, and just awesome experience. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, I'm kind of hearing Devin's comments about may not be appropriate to try and single out any specific favorite thing, but I do want to say that yesterday, from top to bottom, from getting out of camp and up onto that head of the Rock Creek trails, you know, up around Rosalie Lake. And as we circled all the way around the basin to the lunch spot we had at Helen Lake, the view we had there, and then down on the east side of the basin, as Devin was saying, looking back out across that wide open space and the horizon with all the peaks and ridges going around the basin there. It was just spectacular. And then, you know, had the adventure going down to Rock Creek, crossing over that, and then ultimately landing in the most scenic campsite we had with the whole trip, and finished off with that bang of a sunset. That was just that was just magical, right? So like I said, from top to bottom, that's going to go down as one of my most memorable days in the backcountry, and combined with the camaraderie, so the scenery and the camaraderie of these guys, just fantastic. And then I was thankful for Josh accompanying me up to Karate Josh here accompanying me up to Naturalist Basin, and we had a good time up there. Saw some another stellar afternoon of scenery up there, and it's fun to show that off to him. And yeah, so it's kind of a bittersweet time at the end of these trips. Love being in the backcountry, feel so at home here, so beautiful, but the other part of me is so anxious to get home, back to my wife and kids, and share this beauty, you know, pictures, video, and whatnot with them, and hope that they can appreciate that. And again, look forward to bringing them back out to some of these places in the future as well, and sharing this same beauty with them as well. And so that's gonna wrap up this day 4 here, and looking forward to a good night's sleep. Go. Day 5, final day, Sunday, July 15th. It's about just before 9 o'clock, and about 10 till 9, and heading back down. All the other guys took off and left me all by myself, all alone, and now I'm trying to catch up with them. But that's because it was probably the coldest night of the trip, surprisingly, because we were well secluded down in some trees, and for whatever reason, it was just a cold night, and so everyone was eager to get on the move, and they all had canister stoves to heat up their breakfast, or they just ate a no-cook breakfast on the go. Me, on the other hand, I'd brought my alcohol stove, and I wasn't going anywhere without heating up my oatmeal and hot chocolate and lightening up my pack load just that much. And anyhow, so I had to stay behind while I finished packing up my stuff, and now I'm out and on my way down. That's okay, because I should catch them sooner than later. Tim and Josh are the ones been taking it the easiest the whole trip, especially Josh, you know, with the bum knee and everything that he's had. He's been doing good though. That long afternoon they had back in camp while the other Josh and I hit up Naturalist Base, and I think it was really good for resting his knee and helping him get some much needed rest on it. So anyhow, just see how long it is before I catch him. Got something like 5 miles to go from here, so let's do it. Well, look who I found. Woo! Just caught him on a snack break here at the Packard Lake turnoff on the Highline Trail here. So
We were waiting for you.
oh, were you?
Yeah.
No.
We knew you were gonna catch us.
Okay. I thought I caught them, but so I did catch them.
Yeah, you would have eventually caught us.
Yeah, I figured I'd catch you guys down at like the Scudder Lake or the Wilderness Boundary, or at worst the turnoff for the Mirror Lake. So,
Yeah.
mile 100. Oh yeah, feel the burn. We are officially out of the wilderness now. We just passed the official wilderness boundary. So we're getting real close, at least to the turnoff from the Highline Trailhead, just up here. And I'll be going down to the trailhead at Mirror Lake. All right, leaving the Highline Trailhead now. More or less the home stretch back to the car down at Mirror Lake. Never hiked this little section before, connecting the Highline down to Mirror Lake, so it'd be fun to get a little something new to close this out. Yeah, as this trip comes to a close, just say it again. It's been fantastic. As Devin would say, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And yeah, and I don't think I mentioned it on my video last night. I mentioned it on on Josh's video last night, but yeah, I'm just super thankful that Tim was the one who reached out to Devin to actually hatch the idea of making this trip happen, and they got serious about it, and it happened. This was the longest trip of the year for me. I always like to do one of these 5 to 6 day, or roughly a week-long trip, but definitely missing the family, missing the wife and kids, and super stoked to get back to them this afternoon. And it's been a fun ride.
And how awesome the last 5 days were with 4 gentlemen.
Passing by Bonnie Lake now. That means we're oh so close. Wow, so we just got delayed by about something like 45 minutes having a good old chat with a volunteer ranger. What a character he was. I didn't get any video footage of him or pictures just because I was dying laughing so much, but Devin did at the end, and so you have to check out his video for, or might be doing a separate video. That's how much of it was in that video that he got. It was only like 1/10 of all the chatter that went on back there, but oh man. So we're leaving Bonnie Lake behind, and that's where we ran into the ranger there, and on our way back to the car again. Shouldn't be more than a few minutes away now. there's the car. Some cold drinks waiting for us. Hope they're still cold. So, anything you would do differently, Devin?
Yeah.
Gear?
I would not bring my hammock gear 40-degree quilt. Would have brought definitely my thermo down Perea 30-degree. That hammock gear just was not warm enough for the weather, so I could have planned a little bit different for that.
So you're saying you wore your puffy every night?
Wore my puffy every night. Yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Tim?
I probably would bring more hot meals, which sounds a little weird, but out here at altitude, I find like
Whoa, of course, start over. That was a big fly.
I probably would bring more hot meals, especially even breakfast and lunch, because out here at altitude, I'm sucking more air in, and I had a lot of like burping and belching, and so like that hot meal I think would kind of help that get out and make things easier, because I did breakfast and dinner okay, but in between the day and the snacking I couldn't do. I had to choke stuff down. So other than that, everything was pretty good.
Okay.
Probably less camera equipment.
Yeah.
I brought like an external microphone. I brought like an extra battery charger. Yeah, I didn't use any of that stuff.
All right. Everything good for you?
Yeah, everything was good for me. I wouldn't change anything. I came in well prepared. Really, the trail was fairly easy for me. I had no problem with the altitude. I had the right amount of food. The no cook, it's the way to go. All my gear performed as expected, so I wouldn't change anything. Great trip.
All right.
So thinking about it now, since we spent so much time in camp, I would have brought hot breakfast instead of my protein bars. I don't know, we spent an extra hour or so than I normally do in camp, so I'd probably oatmeal or something like that, or Mountain House like breakfast casserole or something like that. That's the only thing I would change. I mean, everything else, my gear performed flawlessly. I used Tim's Rain Shadow 3, which was amazing because
really good.
The second night, Tim and Josh ended up having to sleep in the tent, and then me and Devin split the tent 2 nights ago, and then me and Tim split it last night. So all my gear is perfect. The only thing I would change would be hot meals. More hot meals.
Okay. And the only thing I would do differently is bring the canister stove and cartridge instead of doing the alcohol stove, as I said earlier. All the other guys did canister stoves and it made everything so much faster, especially on the cold mornings. And I was always the last one getting packed up or getting dinner or breakfast, because the alcohol just takes a lot longer, especially at high elevation and cold temperatures. So yeah, next time I'm with friends and all that and they're doing canisters, that's what I'm gonna do. We got apple beer or a Brigham's Brew root beer from Wasatch Brewery.
I'm going in.
I think one person went for the root beer.
I went for apple.
I'll take an apple.
I don't know if they twist off or if we need a bottle opener, but
I'm pretty weak right now.
okay.
Here. Oh, thanks. I'm so weak.
Yeah, they hurt my hands too, trying to do it with my bare hand.
So it wasn't just me.
Because it's wet.
Oh, that's good.
That's really good.
Like, nice.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
$37 miles. I said I wanted biscuits and gravy. I was trying to choose between them. Sausage pancakes or this.
This is how you eat after a big hike.
Oh, yes.